Qualifying free zone person and the 0% corporate tax rate. Understanding the conditions and benefits. The UAE's corporate tax regime provides certain incentives for businesses operating within designated free zones, which are special economic areas that offer unique benefits to attract foreign investment and businesses. One of the key incentives available to businesses operating in these zones is the 0% corporate tax rate on certain types of income. This preferential tax rate is designed to promote economic activity and investment within the UAE's free zones. However, not all businesses in free zones automatically qualify for this benefit. Only those that meet specific conditions are eligible to enjoy the 0% corporate tax rate on their qualifying income. These businesses are referred to as qualifying free zone persons. 1. Understanding the qualifying free zone person status. A qualifying free zone person is a business or entity that operates within a UAE free zone and meets the criteria established by the UAE corporate tax law. To be eligible for the 0% corporate tax rate on qualifying income, a free zone person must satisfy several key conditions, which are designed to ensure that the business is genuinely operating within the UAE and contributing to its economy. These conditions are outlined below. 2 key requirements for a qualifying free zone person. To qualify as a qualifying free zone person, the entity must meet the following requirements. A. Deriving qualifying income from relevant transactions. The business must generate qualifying income from activities that are directly linked to the free zone's designated operations. Qualifying income typically includes income from certain transactions or activities that align with the UAE's goals for economic development and investment in these zones. The types of income that qualify will depend on the specific provisions of the free zone's legislation. B. Maintaining adequate substance in the UAE. The business must demonstrate that it has adequate economic substance in the UAE to justify its entitlement to the preferential tax treatment. This means that the business must be genuinely engaged in activities within the UAE, and the key management and decision-making functions must occur in the UAE. The concept of substance is critical because it ensures that the business is not simply using the free zone for tax benefits without contributing to the local economy. The UAE has clear guidelines for substance requirements, which can include having a physical office, hiring employees, or engaging in activities that add value to the local economy. C. Satisfying the de minimis requirement. The de minimis requirement refers to a threshold condition related to the size or nature of the business. This ensures that only businesses that have a certain level of activity and economic contribution are eligible for the 0% corporate tax rate. The exact thresholds for the de minimis requirements are established in the relevant free zones regulations and legislation, and it ensures that smaller, non-substantive operations are excluded from benefiting from this preferential tax rate. D. Not electing to be subject to corporate tax. In some cases, a free zone person may choose to opt out of the 0% corporate tax rate and instead elect to be subject to the standard corporate tax rate that applies to other businesses in the UAE. If the business chooses this option, it will no longer qualify for the 0% tax rate and must comply with the general tax obligations in the UAE. E. Complying with transfer pricing rules and documentation. Transfer pricing refers to the rules and regulations governing the pricing of transactions between related entities. As part of the requirements for qualifying for the 0% corporate tax rate, free zone persons must adhere to the transfer pricing rules outlined in the UAE corporate tax law. This means that businesses must ensure their transactions with related entities are conducted at arm's length, and proper documentation must be maintained to demonstrate compliance with these rules. F. Preparing and maintaining audited financial statements. Free zone persons must also be required to prepare and maintain audited financial statements for the purposes of the UAE corporate tax law. These financial statements must be prepared in accordance with internationally recognized accounting standards and must be subject to an independent audit. The purpose of this requirement is to ensure transparency and accountability in the financial reporting of free zone businesses. 3 additional conditions set by the Minister. In addition to the requirements mentioned above, the Minister of Finance in the UAE has the authority to prescribe additional conditions that a free zone person must meet to be considered a qualifying free zone person. These conditions may vary depending on the specific nature of the free zone, the industry involved, or other factors that the Minister considers relevant for tax purposes. As such, it is important for businesses operating in free zones to stay updated on any new regulations or changes to the requirements for qualifying free zone persons. 4. Duration of the 0% corporate tax rate. The 0% corporate tax rate is available to qualifying free zone persons for a limited period, typically aligned with the tax incentive period provided for in the legislation of the relevant free zone. Once this period expires, the business may no longer be eligible for the preferential tax rate unless the incentive is renewed or extended. The duration of the incentive period can vary depending on the specific free zone and its regulations. 5. Additional resources for free zone businesses. For more detailed guidance on the requirements for becoming a qualifying free zone person and understanding the conditions for qualifying for the 0% corporate tax rate, businesses are encouraged to consult key regulatory documents such as Cabinet Decision No. 55 of 2023 on determining qualifying income for qualifying free zone persons. Ministerial Decision No. 139 of 2023 regarding qualifying activities and excluded activities. These documents provide further clarification on the specific types of income and activities that qualify for the 0% corporate tax rate, as well as the compliance requirements that businesses must meet to maintain their status as qualifying free zone persons.